What's up, guys? Welcome into another edition of Owner's Box SuperFlex Fridays. I am your host, Ben. I am joined once again by Avery. We have a huge Friday slate on tap tonight. If you guys want, head to ownersbox.online. Use promo code KARMA. You will get $5 for free to enter their tournament tonight, which I will be playing in. And then you can get $25 for free upon your first deposit. We have football coming up. I'm really excited. I also don't want to leak anything, but like from what I've heard, the football contests are going to be really good. So I'm super excited for that. We're kind of in that preseason mode, and I don't know. Once we hit August, I'm just ready for football to get here. So I'm super excited for that. And you can actually get access as well to my core plays for the Owners Box slate tonight for free. If you go to dfskarma.com, roll over the MLB tab where it says Owner's Box Core Plays, you can get access to those for free. So we're going to dive into this slate. Typically, we go infield, outfield, and pitcher. That's the thing that makes Owner's Box so fun. You don't have to worry about catcher, first base, all that. You just go infield, outfield, pitcher, and SuperFlex. So Avery, we'll start off here at infield, and just in general, like, what are your thoughts on the slate? I know I just asked you, said you like the slate. What are your thoughts on Friday night here?
I mean, I love it a lot. There's a lot of I think I found a couple of players that are in good smash spots that are kind of just auto plays for me when they face a certain pitcher of a certain hand. But I think the big thing that we missed out on here, Ben, did we hit another home run call with Kyle Schwarber last time
We
too?
did. Yeah, we're rolling with the home run calls, baby. I've hit two.
Two
You've
in a
hit
row.
yeah, two in a row, and then you've hit one. So that's three of our last four. Yeah, we're rolling with the home run calls. That's a good point. I actually forgot that I got that right because that feels like an
Yeah.
eternity ago, but it was just last week.
It does feel like a long time ago, but don't let the boys get hot. So I'll go to my top dollar infield play. It's going to be Paul Goldschmidt against the Brewers today. I will play Paul Goldschmidt every single time he faces a left-handed pitcher. I don't care if it's Jesus Christ himself. This year against lefties, he's hitting 447, OPS of 1354, WOBA of 562, and a 272 weighted runs created plus against lefties. Goes up against Eric Lauer. You have a 345 WOBA against right-handers on the road. ERA is nearly 2 runs higher on the road. And a lot of this Cardinals lineup hits left-handers really well. So I like the Cardinals a lot today. It is again the best hitting team against lefties in baseball. The Cardinals are, so I like them as a team. You find some stacks there. Obviously, you can't probably put Goldschmidt and Arenado together because they're so high priced. But of those two guys, I'm just going to take Goldschmidt every single time he plays a lefty. No brainer for me.
Yep. I like that play a lot. I've been playing the Cardinals a lot this week. Obviously, they were just in Coors Field, but even before that, I think a couple sites I had played them, so I am 100% fine with that. I'm gonna go with Trey Turner for my favorite spend up. So they match up with Daniel Lynch. Obviously, Lynch is worse against righties, but this is just a really tough lineup, I think, for him. Like the first two batters in the order, Mookie Betts, Trey Turner, both of them have over a 400 WOBA against lefties. Neither of them strike out a lot, so that's going to be two just tough at bats right off the start of the game for him. And Trey Turner, like, I mean, he's just been obviously for the last few seasons he's been good, but really good power numbers against lefties this year. I think the Dodgers are in a really good spot tonight, so I like Trey Turner for my spend up.
Yeah, you're going to hear me talk about Mookie Betts here in a second. I'm in the
Perfect. Look at
same
that. A little
same
correlation.
path as you are. Yep. Yep.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
All right, so we'll move down here and look for some value. I think that there's a cheat code on this slate tonight, which I'll get to. But who is your favorite value play at infield?
I'm gonna go Joey Meneses, 3,700. As a bottom dollar guy, it's people who can hit home runs and figure stuff out is what I like to go for. And Meneses just can't stop hitting home runs at this point. Homered in each of his last 3 games, 1270 OPS. He's a 30-year-old rookie, which is kind of funny. Nice little story from him. But he was hitting in the 4 hole for the Nats, so the opportunities should be there for him. So as a bottom dollar play, I'm going to take a 4 hole hitter and Joey Meneses.
All right, leave a like for that call right there. I think that's a good play, honestly, and you can use them as a one-off as well, which I like. So, um, give some props to Avery. My cheat code for this slate is the San Francisco Giants. So they're up against Bryce Wilson, who is one of the worst pitchers in baseball against left-handed hitters, I think. 425 WOBA allowed, 265 ISO allowed, over a 90 average exit velocity allowed, 55% hard contact. Like I could go on. Like he's really bad against lefties. The Giants, their team total's up almost half a run since open. It's probably going to get close to 5 runs, I think, by the time the game starts. and they're going to be able to throw 6 or 7 lefties at Bryce Wilson tonight. So for value, a couple of them are really cheap. So I've talked about Tommy LaStella once on this podcast a few weeks ago. I don't think he's good, obviously, but the advanced numbers are not bad. 290 WOBA compared to a 448 expected WOBA against righties this season. 26% line drive rate is actually the best number in the lineup, and 38% hard hits as well. So I think against a pitcher that is so bad against lefties, he could have success tonight, and he's min price. So I really like the Giants tonight, and you can start with LaStella for min priced.
Uh, Anytime you can get someone at that price, you're fine with that, right?
Yeah, I mean, if he gets on base one time, I would
It's
feel
worth it.
I would feel pretty good about that. But I don't know if he could do that, but we'll see. We'll move over to outfield. In terms of a spend up, you kind of gave yours away, like you're gonna talk about Mookie Betts, but how can I not talk about Juan Soto here? I mean, I know he's 6,100, but
Yeah.
you get the narrative going back to Washington. Just a bad pitcher against lefties, right? 438 WOBA allowed for Abbott in it's a small sample size, 36 plate appearances, but clearly not good against lefties. Um, you have the narrative going back to Washington. Obviously, Juan Soto is one of the best hitters in baseball. Anyways, the Padres have kind of been cold since they made that trade, though, right? Like they got to get rolling, and this, I mean, against Washington would be a good time to get it going.
I'm a I love a narrative game.
Yeah.
You have me back on that one, but no, it's really good. He's started to really figure out in the offense too, because they scored 23 scoreless innings right in the middle of
Hmm.
Juan Soto being there. But that's what happens when you like go up against the Dodgers, and the Dodgers are just the best team ever assembled over a 162 game stretch. I saw that. They have like 120 wins in those games. So I don't know how you expect to beat a team like that, but Juan Soto is awesome. So I think that is a good spend up. But again, Mookie Betts, he is another auto play for me when they faced left-handed pitchers. On the season, his OPS is over 1,000, WOBA over 400, like you said, and a weighted runs created plus of 180 against lefties. I used to be a Daniel Lynch fan. I have stopped my fandom for Daniel Lynch. He almost has a 6 ERA at home, gives up almost a 300 average to right-handed hitters and a WOBA of 338. I bet on him in one of my buddies' games of the year, and that did not hit. So Daniel Lynch has been dead to me, and I'm fine to take Mookie Betts here against the lefty.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be good when he first came up. I mean, I know they kind of rushed him along, right? Like when he came up, was that last year? I think was the first time he came
Yep.
up. But
Yep.
I mean, he's still young. He could figure it out, but it hasn't been good. And that's just like if you're a lefty, man, like you start out against the Dodgers like first 3 or 4 batters, like it's so hard. I don't know. I feel bad for any lefty that goes against them.
Yeah. No, it should be a bloodbath tonight, but usually if I say that, it's not going to happen. So
Yeah, they'll score like 1 run in the 8th inning or something. But
yeah, exactly.
yeah, so for value, sticking with San Fran, Lamont Wade's 3,200. Lamont Wade, unlike Tommy LaStella, actually does have good numbers against right-handed pitching. 350 WOBA, 250 ISO this season. Best numbers in the lineup. Um, Bryce Wilson throws a lot of fastballs. Lamont Wade, 471 expected WOBA is the highest number in their lineup against fastballs. 286 ISO is the second highest number. So good fastball hitter, good against righties, against a pitcher that's really bad against lefties. For 3,200, I don't know what I'm missing, but I really like this play tonight.
I am a Lamont Wade fan. If we're going to talk about people I am a fan of, so I think
All
that's
right.
really good play. Again, my West Coast baseball knowledge needs to just be turned up a little bit because I don't watch a team like the Giants at all. I just can't do it. It's so late.
Yeah, if I'm watching a West Coast team, I watch the Dodgers, but that's because
Oh
like
yeah.
I mean when I was in high school, like growing up, like Vin Scully still was announcing, rest in peace. So I would always watch the Dodgers just because of him. Um, so I don't want to say like I'm a Dodgers fan, but like if there's like a big market team, like that would be the team that I have like a little bit of a soft spot for, I think.
I think yeah, they play them everywhere because obviously I'm up in Canada here, and
Hmm.
that's what's on the TV late at night is the Dodgers games here. And I was a Clayton Kershaw fan growing up as a left-handed pitcher, so it
Yep.
was definitely Dodgers over the Giants. But for my bottom dollar guy, I like another one-off. I'm gonna go JJ Bleday minimum Jake Odorizzi tonight. Although the average doesn't look good, right-handed pitchers obviously don't just look at average. He has an ISO of 234 against righties, 341 WOBA and a 123 weighted runs created plus. Odorizzi gives a WOBA of 300 against left-handed hitters. And again, he wasn't originally slated to throw this. This should have been Max Fried's start. So maybe they'll throw him off a little bit. And, JJ Bleday's had a really good week. So I like finding some guys that are pretty hot, not guys who just have hit homers a couple of days, because I like to take those guys in my no home run parlay every day. But for here, I think JJ Bleday's kind of figured something out. It's clicking for him at the major league level. So I like him as a minimum guy if you're spending up at other spots.
Yeah, there's actually a ton of good value on this slate, to be honest. And yeah, he's been really hot the last like week and a half, I would say. So I have no issues with that. We can head over to the pitching position. So I don't know. I think both of us are more like spend up at pitching guys, but I think there's like a legit decision to make tonight with like Michael Kopech because he's only 7,800 and he faces the Detroit Tigers. So before we talk about him,
He is in my lineup. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, so
He's
he's been bad recently, right? But the Tigers are also horrible, so something has to give there. And Zach Plesac, I think, is literally just horrible, and he had a really good start against the Tigers yesterday. They're striking almost 30% of the time the last like 2 weeks. I think Kopech is better than Plesac, and for
Yeah, I'd
7,800,
agree
I
with that.
mean, I think he can definitely at least get you a score that you feel pretty comfortable with.
Yeah, 20 something for sure. I think we can basically put that in for. I like Quebec too, just for the upside here and going against the Tigers. And my other pitcher that I put in here, I didn't really spend up in this one. I like Scherzer, Rodon, but uh, kind of limits you as far as you can go there. So I went to Tyler Malley against the Angels today. This isn't because Tyler Malley's great. This is because the Los Angeles Angels are so bad and they just strike out so much. Like, it's actually incredible. On the season, they have the highest strikeout rate in baseball. Against right-handed pitchers, they have the highest strikeout rate in baseball. Malley has a respectable enough whiff rate, 66th percentile, that I think he can get swings and misses today. Strikeout rate of 25%. So if he goes deep into this game, we get a couple strikeouts from Malley, gives up one or two. I think that, again, that's another solid spot for you to spend up. I love a lot of the hitters today, so I kind of spent up there. But Malley's going to be him, and Kopech are the guys I have in my lineup today.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good play. I have no issues with that. I do think like playing San Fran, so like getting Wade and Listella in there, like it's so easy for me to get one of the expensive pitchers. I think I lean Scherzer over Rodon a little bit. I just feel I don't know. I always Scherzer's someone I always have bias for. It's like I just feel so safe when I play him in fantasy. Um, and against Philly, I mean, it wouldn't shock me if Schwarber hit like a home run against him because he does struggle with lefty power, but he has almost a 200 plate appearance sample size against the Phillies active roster. 260 expected WOBA allowed, 34% strikeout rate. Like he's absolutely dominated this team.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I think I would pick him. But if you have conviction on Rodon or something, like if you're watching this, like don't. I'm not saying he's a bad play. I just feel better about Scherzer. Scherzer's some guy like he's one of the guys I play like every time he starts. Like I just put him in. I don't really think about it.
Yeah, no, you can't really go wrong. What do you think about Gonsolin as the same price as those guys though? Feels
Oh
like
yeah,
he's not like the others
yeah,
so
no,
much.
yeah. Something is wrong there for sure. I mean, it
Yeah.
is the Royals, but I don't know.
Yeah, he should be in line for a win, but other than that, he does not have the upside of the other two striking out
Yeah, like
15 guys
Malley's
tonight.
so much of a better play. Even Clevenger's a better play, and he's 1,000 less as well.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I think we covered the positions. We covered pitcher. Be sure to like the video. We're going to give out some home run calls here before we get out of here, but we would appreciate any likes. Head over to Owner's Box. Follow them on their socials as well. Show them some love. We really appreciate it. I'm going to be doing personally like a ton of football content for Owner's Box. Multiple videos a week, multiple articles a week. Like the content will be heavy for NFL as well. Home run call. Since you were the guest, I will let you go first.
I got to go Paul Goldschmidt. Back-to-back days. He's going to hit a home run.
Yeah, I cannot argue that at all. I'm gonna go with my value play, Lamont Wade. I think he's hitting a home run tonight.
Nice.
Like I said, good against fastballs, good power against righties. So Hopefully they both homer because I gave a cheap one, you gave an expensive one. You can easily put both those guys in there. So maybe we'll both get the home run call right tonight.
Maybe I'll toss a nice little parlay on the old sports book and see what we can get there.
Yeah, the odds I'm sure like Lamont Wade's odds have to be like pretty crazy.
Plus
Like
700 at
yeah, I was gonna
least.
say it's at least 350, like at least.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I like it. Feels good today. I like the slate a lot.
yeah,
Excited
I
to
feel great about tonight's slate as well. But thank you guys very much for watching. We appreciate it. Like I said, go follow them. Owners Box really just honestly like some of the nicest people that I've dealt with in the industry as well. Like they're just good people. So I appreciate that. Like the video, and we will be back next Friday for most likely another big baseball slate.